all the teams pitted, like Verstappen pitted, Norris pitted, both Mercedes pitted, whereas Ferrari, like they were leading the race and they were third, and they didn't even pit either of them. They didn't pit either of them. I don't know why they didn't do that. I don't know why they didn't do that. Why they don't pit? Like why they don't pit? Like why they didn't pit any of them? Again, once again, another Ferrari. Sorry, I'm not to say sorry to say this, but another Ferrari fuck up. Ferrari bottled it again. Like, listen, I'm not saying if if Ferrari got the strategy right, that means that Ferrari would have won the race. Who knows? Because I still think Mercedes. You look at this overall weekend, Mercedes had a better pace than Ferrari. But at the same time, like, why don't you give yourself a better chance? And Ferrari didn't help themselves at all with the strategy. Yes, you could say, oh, but when they had the chance to make it the second time the pit stop, the pit lane was closed and Valtteri Bottas stopped in the near pit lane. Yeah, but there was the first virtual safety car when Isaac had just stopped. Why didn't go and make pit stops? So that was a very, very strange decision by Ferrari not to go into the pits. No, like, not everything is by data, by the way, because that's what I assume the Ferrari engineers did. They're like, oh, but if this tire is not gonna last long, etc., etc. So not everything is about data. The data is not always right. If the data was always right, then Max Verstappen would have passed Lando Norris for the 5th position, because he had fresher tires and he would pass him hard to medium, but he didn't. So yeah, again, Ferrari. I mean, Ferrari. You have to say that they performed quite well in the race, and they started the race very well. But you're like, as a Ferrari fan, you're like, could have been better. It could have been better if we got the strategy right. So I'm not saying that the Ferrari pace were matching Mercedes pace this weekend, but like, why don't you give yourself a better chance? And Ferrari didn't do that.